is Gutsy here, bringing you another cast. This one's going to be a pubcast. It's been a while since I've done a pubcast, and it's high level, anywhere between high legend players and top ranked divine players. So there's also one other thing to note. I will be in this game, but you know how I like to throw curveballs, so we'll see which way it goes, whether it's in favor of me or not. Anyways, I'll get started with the cast and introduce the players. So on the Dire, we have Longaria, 0-2, Crap, Dances with Trees, and Steven playing on the offlane Underlord. I should actually mention the roles. That's a good idea. We have Crap on the roaming Sand King, most likely. We will have 0-2 on the Puck mid. Longarita will be the most likely safe lane OD carry, and Dances with Trees will be your hard 5. Jakiro. And on the Radiant, we have the top. This is me on the position 5 Disruptor bottom. MMD will be your mid Zeus. PA Undercover Spy will be your safe lane carry Spectre. Twice will be on the offlane Axe, and we have Kathina will be on the roaming Ogre, I guess 4 position. A lot of chit chat going on in chat, but I'm just going to completely ignore that because I'm here to watch some good old dotes. So, checking the items off. A lot of regen on Jakiro, that's pretty smart. OD also has quite a bit of regen. Puck has a very unique build. Wand early game for mid, but that's because he's fighting a Zeus, so it makes sense. But his regen otherwise is pretty low, so he might be wanting to grab that fast salve. We've got Underlord, that fast wand. He probably thinks that Disruptor's going to be spamming out some spells, who knows. And then the Stout Shield plus the 1 regen. He actually doesn't have too much regen, so not sure how well this lane will go for him. Sand King has the boots. Very lethal, especially if you get a point in Caustic Finale first. And on the Radiant, lots of regen on the Disruptor. PA Undercover Spy. Oh, that's another thing. I want to try and address these players by their names rather than their heroes. So, some of them are a little long, so I'll ignore it and I'll address by heroes, but I'll try my best to do it otherwise. So, Spectre, lots of regen on him. Quelling Blade, Stout Shield, very standard. MMD has a ton of regen, and that's it. He's got no stat items whatsoever. Top lane, Kathina, though, will be falling first blood to Longarita. Very mixed build with him. Axe, tons and tons, twice of tangos. Warding, we've got a very defensive ward for the Dire here. The Radiant, do they have one? Yes, even more defensive. So they're all about not getting dewarded this game. The Dire has placed a very unique position ward. Usually it's more up, but he's placed it a bit down low. Still, it can be easily dewarded in that position, so we'll see if this works out for him. Kathina just trading blows with him. The Ogre, obviously, it's hard to tell. Underlord's kind of like an Ogre in a way, so long as Underlord isn't using his abilities, I think Ogre wins that, as you saw back there. But otherwise, it doesn't matter. Disruptor's left this lane, so he's gone mid, probably to harass. Usually, they do that before the minute 1. And now he's gone to the jungle to do some stacking for Zeus. Top lane, Twice has completely abandoned it. He's gone to the jungle, which means that free lane for Sand King, Dances with Trees, Longarita. They're doing chain pulls, keeping it back, keeping it real, yo. Keeping it a real dog. Where's Axe's ward? Did he not have one? Oh, here it is. It's in a very common place, dude. Nothing fancy about these wards other than the very defensive ones mid. So PA, interesting, hasn't leveled the Spectral Dagger yet. Obviously, he knows that melee on melee, he will be trading blows with the Underlord on Steven. Kathina going to go in. He's got some right clicks pumping out into Steven. Steven's going to use his Firestorm. PA's taking quite a bit of damage. That's a lot of damage with the Atrophy Aura. Max that too. Glimpse back. He's very low in HP. Comes in MMD on the Zeus, and they finish the last hit with the Dispersion on the Spectre. Lots of pings on MMD. Not sure why he's pinging. Oh, no, that was Underlord pinging. Sorry. So Underlord's letting him know, hey, there's a Hasted Rune hero here. A bit of flame coming out for that one. Probably didn't call Maya on that sucker. Top lane, though, we've got a chase onto the Zeus. He's getting low, but he's fine. Jakiro not there fast enough. PA Wrapping around. Not sure what he's doing here. There is no bounties. He probably thought that he might have left it there because he died, but obviously when he TP's back, he will be grabbing that ASAP. Sand King, 600 gold. Not sure what he's going to go, but OD, lots and lots of farm going on here. Speaking about that, let's check out some last hits. Very important early game. Puck leading the way, but Zeus not far behind. Magic on Magic. There's a nice gank here, but this ward, I think, spots it. Yes, right here up the hill. So he would have saw them both rotating. He's hugging very hard down to the bottom right of the map. Puck has the bottle. Going for treads next. Nice little rotation on Twice. They probably know just because they have the lane pulled out that he's going to be in here. So the supports are going to fight on him. Dances with trees with crap. Might be able to get him, so they're going to hit him. They've got the caustic finale embedded into him also. He's running back to tower. Very tanky. Ogre's going to TP just to support him. Might think there's a ward or something. Does he have a D ward? No, he does not. Back mid, we've got the top. Waiting out some heroes here. 0-2. He's got Blink queued up, too. Crap is coming back in. Needs to watch it. Kathina gets the stun off on him. Gets some auto attacks. He's burning away, but that's a very tanky hero. Lots of these tanky heroes have a lot of regen, too. Like Sand King and Underlord. And Ogre Magi. And Axe, for that matter. Oh, misses the call from the imprisonment. Dances with Trees is in a bit of trouble. Kathina's going to... the top's going to glimpse him back. Kathina does get the burn on him twice. He's got a beautiful call. It's only one man, but that's good enough. Dances with Trees falls down. Tong Rita, Long Rita. Dishing in some right clicks. You don't see fast treads anymore too often, but this game, it's looking, even for Spectre, it's looking like it's the favorite item for this game. So we're porting back a couple years in time here. 2 wards on the Sand King. He's bought a magic wand. Very standard for supports to go this next. The top of Kathina are making a rotation on the puck. Not an easy hero to kill. Got some counter rotations from Dances with Trees. We still have crap up here. Probably just going to soak Twice his EXP now. Highly unlikely he's going to contest until he gets real low. Needs to watch out. Twice, not gonna... If he gets Tranquils, he definitely doesn't want to drop his boots in this scenario. Speaking of which, there's a ward here from the Dire. Twice in a bit of trouble. Beautiful call to give him the bonus armor along with some creeps. Not getting any spins though, but he does have the Shrine. Just close to 5 minutes, so he should be fine. The top comes to push them back. They should know this is warded by now. They wouldn't have stayed here otherwise if not. So we've got a courier coming out. What does it have on it? It's mid items for MMD, which I haven't been watching this mid fight too often, but if we go to KDR, it's pretty low contributing, that's why. So we've got 1 kill on the Disruptor, 1 on the Spectre, and 1 on the Outworld Devourer. Steven, pressuring bottom. He's actually got quite a bit of magic charges, so this is adding up. Not the greatest item at level 1, unless you're fighting someone like a Zeus. But he pops it. He's trying to get a return kill, but it's not going to happen. Oh, maybe it is. There's a little bit of afterburn. Yes, he dies. MMD dies to creeps, and a bit of that after effect of Firestorm. Kathina, working on a Soul Ring. 0-2 almost has his treads. We're at 6 minutes in the game. Probably we'll see raindrops. Maybe Tranquil Boots coming out of Sand King in a bit here. Outworld Devourer is farming very well. He's going to have probably an 8-minute Midas. 9 minutes is actually really inefficient to have as a Midas, even if you have items beforehand. It's just not a good timing. It has a very low win rate, so... Not exactly sure why it's bad, but it just seems like if you... Oh. Twice is dropping Tranquils. He needs to be careful on that. Especially when they're roaming him a lot. This is not being dewarded, so that could backfire. We've got a fresh new ward here from the Dire mid. They're fighting a Zeus, so it's kind of... You need to watch your positioning where you're placing the warders. Zeus is going to kill it. So the earlier ward up here made sense. Because Zeus is unlikely level 1 to go in that general vicinity unless you instigate him to do it. Tranquil Boots on Ogre actually before the Soul Ring. Interesting. So that's a lot of regen when he's not in combat. Basically, whenever he's roaming, he could reset at full HP. Twice in Disruptor, trying to put some pressure on the Sand King, but the top misses on his combo. What is that? Level 1 glimpse? Level 2. It's okay. Seemed really short in distance. Underlord working on that mech. Probably going to see the standard mech Crimson Guard, or sorry, mech pipe Crimson Guard. Especially this game, there's a ton of magic. I'd even go pipe before the mech personally, but we'll see what happens. Farming up a stack here. Need to be careful. They don't know where Twice is. He's dropping Tranquil Boots still. Very... It's the most efficient thing to do, but it is the most riskiest also. This was dewarded top. Not sure who got that, whether it was the top or Cathena. Longoria. That's how it's pronounced. Longoria has his Midas. It's running up to him now. So it's actually going to be a 9-minute. It's the inefficient timing. Feels bad, man. Mid lane looks like Zeus is farming up these stacks. Or maybe he already farmed. I'm not sure. I only see the one. He's farming them up, giving the XP to the top mid. Steven needs to be careful. Gets stunned up. I don't think they could kill Steven here. He's going to do some serious damage to the Spectre, though. Does she have Ring of Health? She does, so that's okay. She can reset. Cathena also could reset because of his Tranquils. Steven buys his Ring of Health. Missed the dive mid. The top will fall to Puck. Will they be able to kill him? There's a port in from PA Undercover Spy. 0-2, though. He's managing to get out. I think he's going to live this. They don't really have catch unless he has a blink. He does not. So Puck is going to get a kill behind the tier 2 and unpunished. That's really well done for him. He even just resumes lane. Doesn't even have to go and regen. So this is kind of a loss for them. MMD is going to have to walk back to base. Up here in the jungle, probably lots of stacking going on from Jakiro. Is he farming this himself? Not sure. Needs to watch out stacking because Twice could always take them from him. Speaking about taking stacks, I don't know if Steven's been stacking this or if it was someone else bottom. Maybe the top or Cathena were stacking this, but this is something you don't want to happen. Sand Kings here. They're going to clear this out quite easily. This is not good for them whatsoever. Back to mid. Got some action. Rotation in from Dances with Trees. The top's going to find him and glimpse him back. It looked like he placed the ward, but he didn't. So maybe the top will fall into that trap. They do have a ward here. It's kind of going to time out. He is calling the courier. Let's check this out. What it'll be. It is a D ward. So he faked out a warding, but he might be able to get this ward with it. We'll see. 0-2 grabbing the salve, healing up, getting very close to that blink dagger. Then you're going to see a lot more of this Puck around the map. Steven also very close to his pipe. This is a really early pipe. Oh, he did go pipe. Okay. So he skipped the mech. That's a smart idea against this magic draft. Meanwhile, Axe is also close to his blink. Not as close as Puck. Yeah, closer. Closer than Puck. A little more aggressive ward here from the Dire. Radiant, I don't see any wards on the map for them. Oh, there. There's one. So they have one ward. Dances with Trees, very low level. Let's check out these hero levels. Yeah, he's super low. Must be super prioritizing stacks. Up here top, we got a... Looks like a counter gank. 2 supports going in on the OD, but that backfires when Sand King shows up. Double kill on Longoria, sorry. Unfortunately, Mr. Jakiro was not there, so he's not going to get that much needed EXP. Radiant overall is leveling steady, but Dire does have the lead, but they also have the bottom on their supports. These are very low-leveled supports. Stack here on the Ancients. Do we have any on the Dire? They don't really have Ancient clearing teams, so there is one stack here. Glimpse back on the Sand King. Crap. Does stun out. Is he going to die to the Thunder Strike? No, he has the Wand Charges. They're going to rotate on this counter kill. 0-2 gets the kill. Steven also mops up the Zeus, but at the same time, I missed the kill. It was on the Sand King by Spectre. Probably going to pay with his life. This is not the best position you want to be in. We'll see. Depends on Steven if he's able to get the Malice out. We'll see. There goes the... Oh, there you go. Gets the Firestorm. Beautiful call from Twice. He will be able to pick up Dances with Trees. 0-2, though, might try and go for a counter kill. Misses on the Illusory Orb. He's still going to port into Cathena. Cathena trying to do the stun. Gets stunned up, though, by Malice. Uses it on Steven. Steven running south. Twice. Staying in the vicinity. Might try and get a pick off. Nope. Misses on his call. Needs to watch out. He might die to the Firestorm. Ooh, that was close. That was close. So overall, what was that? 3 died for the Radiant, 1 for the Dire, and it was just 4-position Sand King. That is for what? 2 cores and a support? That's definitely worth it for the Dire. Blink picked up on Puck, I think. Oh yeah, Axe did get his first before the Puck. Got some rotation spots. Steven does have the pipe. Just needs to get the Courier, which is in use right now. Actually, this Sand King's starting to get really close to his Blink Dagger too. OD, meanwhile, this whole time, just been farming top lane with his Midas. 9 minutes. Has the Force Staff. But has to wait for Underlord. Steven picks up the pipe. Might see a really early 5-man coming out from this Dire draft. They're both very magic-heavy drafts, but I think late game, Spectre does win. OD is pretty good, especially when he's got a Midas this early. He can keep pace. But he's not a conventional face-to-face melee kind of carry, right? Beautiful call from Twice. Blinks in on 0-2. Here comes the Disruptor Ult. Catches Puck in place. Glimpses him in the middle just in case if there's some way for him to get out. The counter rotations, though, are coming out from the Dire. Long Arena was a little behind. Probably just a long TP duration with Dances with Trees being mid-lane. Top lane, though. Got a rotation. Actually, we haven't seen too much from MMD. He's been very focused on farming, and it is paying off. He's catching up quite nicely in items. Or I wouldn't say catching up. He's getting items decently. But then again, OD's not very active on the Dire's team, so, you know, you just have your farm priority heroes. We also haven't seen too much from Spectre, probably farm prioritizing here. Gets the Vanguard, so really wants to keep the survivability on the table against this Magic draft. Twice holds on to the call, realizes he's whiffed it, but they might be able to get Steven here. It depends, though. He's pretty tanky. MMD, they're all in the Pit of Malice. They need to be careful. There's a lot of Atrophy Aura stacks. Twice, tanking a lot of damage for the Firestorm. The top, meanwhile, gets picked off by Crab. Steven, dominating spree. 0-2, backups arrive. They haven't been able to kill this tanky Underlord because of his pipe. And now it just completely counters onto them. PA Undercover Spy ports in, but it's a little late. This is going to be a 3-for-0 wipe by the Dire. Looking very good for them here. Cathena, meanwhile. Haven't seen too much of him. Actually, I'm really liking the Dire's rotations here. The Radiants are a little lackluster or just uncoordinated. And, like in mid lane for a second there, when they killed 0-2 on the Puck, the Dire was a little behind there, but that's the only one I've seen. They've been pretty good otherwise at keeping rotations crisp. Top tower gone for the Radiant. It's also gone for the bottom for them, so they just have their mid one left. Meanwhile, not a single tower has been touched by the Dire here. Cathena's backing up. Here comes the ult epicenter in from Crap. They will pick off Cathena. I don't think that's worth it, though. That's your... Cathena's position 4. Maybe it is, but we'll see. There goes the lightning bolts from MMD. He's focusing the support, but meanwhile, OD's just doing what he wants. The top has to throw his ult just to stop him from auto-attacking, but it's too late. He gets the last auto-attack. Uses the hammer. Blows up MMD. This is a double kill for Longoria. And 0-2 gets the tower. Not looking good whatsoever for the Radiant here. Definitely going to be banking on their late game at this point. Unless they get some nice calls out from Twice on the Axe. Steven. Working on mech now. Getting... He's got it. He has mech already. This is nuts. This is going to be a very tanky Underlord. The Radiant is not going to want to focus this guy because what happened bot, they focused him. 3 of them died for it. So he's going to be the last focus, which kind of sucks because with Atrophy Aura, he's going to be doing a lot of damage. Firestorm's a lot of damage. And also Pit of Malice is a great way of just you know, stun locking. So they have to ignore this. He's going to have free reign of using these, plus his items to sustain his team. But I think it's the best move they'll have to do. We got a stack coming out here from Dances with Trees. Is he going to be able to get it? You betcha. He's going to get some bonus gold later for that. Crap. Blink Dagger complete on the Sand King, as you saw debuted mid. The top is rotating top. PA Undercover Spy. Backing off. Kinda close to Relic. Not really. It's 19 minutes. This is considered a light Relic, even with the Vanguard. So probably didn't have the greatest time in lane versus an Underlord. Might have to resort to jungle, whereas OD had kind of a free lane. But at the same time, he wasn't fed. Like, the axe didn't feed him or anything. 5-0 on this OD. We got 5-2 on the Underlord and 3-1 on Puck. That's all three of the Dire's cores getting off to a good start. And this is what they need, because they know they don't have the supreme late game, but they do have very nice early and mid game, and they're going to try and take effect of that. Rosh, going to be ignored for the time being. Dances with Trees, going for the Force Staff. Radiance Puck. Oh, he has Yules. I didn't see that. That's pretty good. I don't think they're killing this Puck anytime soon. They only have one kill on him, and I really don't think it is. Yeah, the Radiant's not doing too hot here, that's for sure. Both drafts in a way kind of fall off because they're magic when you start getting BKBs. So he is going to still get ported back. Called in, so there is a bit of duration happening on that Static Storm. They will blow him up with the Culling Blade, and crap! Gets his Blink Dagger disrupted by PA. Nice move from the Spectre here. Still farming away. That was really well done by Spectre. That could have went horribly wrong otherwise, because they kind of fucked that combo up. Either way, Twice going in gets a beautiful 4 creep plus Puck call. And the Blade Mail debuted on him as well. Jakiro, not in too many fights. Still prioritizing the stacks for his team. MMD picks up the Hasterin. Going the standard build. I haven't really talked about skill builds here. They're kind of starting to get maxed. So Dispersion with the Vanguard is very common, but usually not maxing it. And usually not with Spectral Jagger on level 1. So this is a little bit of a unique build here. But it kind of makes sense. He had to deal with an Underlord in lane. Needs to do something to show his presence. Ogre Magi, Kathina, getting very close to his Glimmer Cape. Not sure what Sand King's going to go for next item. It could be a Force Staff just to continue the mobility. We're seeing some rotations here from the Dire, though. They might be making a push mid, which they want to do. They got a nice lead. Might as well exercise it. They don't want to throw it, though. So we'll see what's up. A lot of the Radiant on high ground here. They have vision of these two. They know there's a rotation. I think they might have saw this OD with this ward. They're pinging him out. They get the call on him. OD getting stunned up from Kathina. There goes lots of damage from MD on the magic, but he does get the imprisonment off. Does he have blink? Yes, he does. No, he's going to fight, but gets static stormed slightly. Sand King did, I think, save OD's life. He's going to pay with his life, though. But yeah, OD lives it. Oh, maybe not. Glimpse back from the top. Longoria is out of here. They're still going to continue to chase. Dances with Trees. Gets, what is this ability called? Ignited by Ogre Magi. There's the call from Twice. That's a 2-man. Kathina beats on him. Nice silence, though, from 0-2 in the background to prevent the follow-up. The top's going to TP out of that Puck ult. PA Undercover Spy getting low. Kathina also getting low. Twice standing in the back. Doesn't have any mana for a call, though. He could blink in, but that's about it. PA Undercover Spy just kind of waiting. Trying to deke the blast. 0-2. Was thinking about it, but holds his patience back. A slight misfire. It was kind of a weird fight the Dire took there. They had most of their heroes here, but OD was kind of segregated over here, and with this vision from the ward catching him right here, they knew exactly where he was going. If that ward wasn't there, that probably would have went the other way. The Dire probably would have got this fight. Urn on the top. Not sure what his next item is going to be. Force Staff, Glimmer Cape, Blink Dagger. We'll find out. Steven, working on that Crimson now. He's almost got the try build done. He has Arcane, so he can finish up Greaves. And then, not sure what his next item will be. Maybe a Shiva's, maybe Lotus Orb. Boots of Travels, not sure. OD in the meantime. Working on that. Pike. I think it's called Pike. We'll find out. PA starting to get close to that. This is actually a really late Radiance. 23 minutes with a Vanguard. Not sure about this. Let's check out some net worth here, and then we'll check the gold graphs after. So Dire's 3 cores are still firmly up there. Axe is starting to catch up, but the rest of the cores, brutally behind. We're talking almost 4K in difference between most of the cores. And Zeus is not... Zeus kind of scales late game, but when the teams start pumping out BKBs, which OD is definitely going to probably grab the BKB after this Pike, which he just got, Hurricane Pike. Yes, it is called that. He's most likely going to get the BKB, and then Zeus, along with Disruptor and Ogre, are going to lose most of their impact. And there it is. There's the BKB chained up. I don't know how I feel about this Radiance. Radiance on Puck, in theory, is good. Uh-oh. Did they just see him? Drops the Static Link, drops the Static Storm. Sorry, drops the Ward. Sentry Ward. And they blow him up with the Zeus ult. PA uses his ult to secure the kill, too. Meanwhile, up top, looks like we're going to have Steven caught out by Twice in the call. He's using all of his items. Mech gets used, Pipe gets used. He's very tanky. They're diving the tower. Jakiro does stun up Kathina. Kathina tries to chase into this. The top, though, is on the other side. He catches the Jakiro, trying to get Steven also. Glimpses him back. Twice gets a beautiful call, but here comes the epicenter from Crap. Obliterates the top. MMD's next on the buffet list. OD uses the ult. Doesn't do too much because there's no insta-ult, but they still manage to get enough nuke damage to punish the 3 from diving this tower. Kathina running for his life. Blink Dagger 4-staff, though. And there's another Blink Dagger. He's getting eviscerated. That's Longoria with another kill. 4-man dead from the Radiant team. And the Dire's going to pressure this top lane off of this. Again, focusing the Underlord. They almost had him killed there, but the minute you lose your stun lock, he's going to pop every item in the book, and he is going to become the tankiest hero in the game. Which gave enough time for Sand King to come and repair the situation. 4-man top, most likely going to lose this tower. PA, in the meantime, does have his Relic very close to Radiance. A much-needed item this game. I was talking about earlier the Puck having Radiance. I'm not quite sure about this because I get the idea, like the theory of it. Puck is a very difficult hero to kill, and if people are chasing Puck, and if you've got a Radiance, that's going to be a lot of damage, especially if they don't have BKBs. And I don't see BKBs coming out from any of these heroes on the Radiant in quite a long time. But still, it's I don't think people are going to be focusing you on a Puck. Usually, they're only going to focus you if they smoke gank or do a gank into you and you're the first one they catch. Or if they've already killed your team and they're just killing you next to finish you off. I don't think people are going to necessarily be focusing you, which makes me think that this Puck isn't worthwhile. If it is an offlane Puck, maybe, because his presence isn't going to be as important. But I don't agree with this Radiance. I see the theory behind it. I'm thinking there's better items. Sheepstick is a really good item. You can lock down some heroes when you do your ganks. They do already have a lot of lockdown, but not lockdown in the sense that you could beat on them, right? Jakiro's not going to be there right away. OD's not going to be there. Or when he imprisons someone, you're not going to be killing that guy while he's imprisoned, obviously. So Sand King's the only kind of reliable initiation lockdown you have. So, you know, always adding more to that is nice. Other than Puck, of course, because Puck is a lockdown hero too. Jumps in, 0-2, onto the MMD. Does get the silence off, but Choice is going to punish him in the back line. Oh, nice. Beautiful item usage there from Steven to keep 0-2 alive. Longoria comes down bot. They might think of resetting this fight. Radiant has the high ground. They have vision here, but still a little worried. Both teams backing off. Let's check out the items more again on the Radiant. So we're going to have another Glimmer Cape. We got 2 Glimmer Capes. This is very good against the Magic Draft on your supports. MMD is going just pure damage. It's all about Scepter and just constantly throwing out damage. No mobility items in this game. PA Undercover Spy does have that Radiance complete. Just shortly before Puck, though. Puck's getting very... Oh, no, he didn't go Radiance. Okay. That's good. I think this is smart. Lincoln Sphere... I don't know. I don't agree with this Lincoln Sphere, though, actually. Because, same theory. No one's going to be going on you as a Puck. Unless if you're the first one they initiate on. Or you're the last one to initiate on. As in your team's dead. So, but this is my thought process behind it. There's obviously scenarios where Lotus Orb, or sorry, Lincoln Sphere and Radiance are good on Puck. And perhaps I'm wrong. But I think Sheep, even a Dagon, I think is better. Because there's not too many BKB heroes on the Radiant. You could blow up a lot of heroes like Disruptor and Ogre immediately from a fight and just snowball off that, giving you more and more gold. So we'll have to see how this Lincoln pays off. He's going to be unkillable pretty much, though. I don't see... And that's another thing. You're fighting a Disruptor. I don't think Lincoln's is the item you want against a Disruptor. Even BKB on Puck is a better item, in my opinion, here. But we'll see. I'm hating a lot on this Puck. And I think he's got the KDR to back it up that he knows what he's doing. 3-3, yeah. Dire still in the lead. Let's check out some net worth. Gold Grav is 15,000 in favor of the Dire. Wow, that's a lot. EXP, 10,000. Radiant is actually severely more behind than I thought. But towers are still alive. You know, people aren't dying. It's a low KDR board. Early game had a lot of kills. But we're starting to slow down now. Scepter completed on MMD. Kathina, working on that Force Staff. That will... Still going for Glimmer on the top. PA Undercover Spy is actually going to get an S&Y. Interesting. Another unique item for a Spectre. Casual Hooded Defiance on Sand King. This is another interesting item too. Because they already have a pipe. But they're so worried about this magic damage that he's just going to go that over the BKB. A little bit cheaper. So it makes sense. Force Staff on Jakiro, working on Atos. Interesting. Do we have a drums on this team? I haven't checked that out. Zeus ults. Got an engagement down here on 0-2. And this is what I was talking about. A Lincoln's isn't going to save you from that kind of stuff. Actually, the Lincoln's was popped. But Disruptor could just use Thunderstrike to get rid of that instantly. So I'm not sure about this item. I keep pestering about this item, but it's just making me question. Glimmer Cape onto PA Undercover Spy. Let's get into casting this fight right here. Kathina loses vision to stun up Steven. He's going to stun him, but he gets sent back by the glimpse. Over at the side here, Crap is running around. The Radiant grouping up, backing off. Realize the position here. The Dire does have the high ground, but they're also sneaking around over here. Longoria, BKB is completed on him, by the way. How many seconds? Full 10 seconds. This is an extremely powerful OD. He's coming right from the rear, too. He's beating into the top. Not even going to blink in yet. He gets the nuke off. The top gets nuked. He's also doing a lot of damage from that nuke to PA Undercover Spy. He was going on Ogre. Changes his target up. Double kill for Longoria onto PA Undercover Spy. That's the last kill. Steven. His Wicked Six streak, though, did die to Zeus. So that's a lot of gold for this mid hero here. Still, really well played from OD. Did he even use his BKB there? No, he didn't. That was a 10-second BKB, and they pick off 2. And that was with them getting jumped. But Puck and Underlord did die. So, in a sense, it's kind of worth it for the Radiant, if you think about it. In terms of 2 cores for a core and a support. It's never good losing your carry, though. Dire pushing down mid. Radiant still has 1 person down, so... Ability-wise... Ult is available on the top. Twice has a Shadow Blade now. Do they see this Zeus? Yes, they do. They have the ward. They're going to jump him. Silent stop. Lots of damage. 4-stabbed in from Longoria. MMD just gets eviscerated. Oh, down here. Crap. Not getting caught out by Twice, so that's a win. They most likely are going to push off this. Mid is pushed in. We'll see. They're backing off at the moment. They're just going to back off. They're okay with that. They know abilities are up, and they know they just used a bunch. OD still doesn't have his ult yet. Off cooldown, and neither does Puck, so they'll just back off on that. Smart play from the Dire. Twice working on that BKB. It's a very important BKB game. He's probably the only natural carrier to getting a BKB, even if. A lot of axes don't even go BKB. But he's got it. He got it. Haven't checked out any talents. Let's check out... no, never mind. We'll wait. We got a push in here from the Dire. They got abilities off cooldown. Dodie ult still isn't, but they do have the puck ult. They're going to go for this. With Zeus dead, most likely the Radiant is not going to be defending this. Oh, glimpse back. Nothing. Vision-wise, Dire has both an aggressive and a defensive. They should know that this ward's up here, though, because it did net them the kill on Zeus. So we'll see. Scanned out. They do catch them. They know they're in the jungle here twice. Very close. Yeah, undercover spy. Still doesn't have SMY complete. He sees Steven. Steven's not the person they want to jump. They don't want to jump Puck, and they don't want to jump Steven. Although, they could jump Puck if they get the Static Storm off. Is this called Lightning Strike or Thunder Strike? Wow, it actually is called Thunder Strike. That's funny. Bottom tower gone. That's the last tower for the Radiant. Outside of the base, off the map. Mid lane, we got a bit of Rat Dota. We did see the ult from Underlord, but he cancels it. So they're going to pressure this bottom tower. They're pushing top to kind of avoid the fight, but... They need to stop this. This guy's got Atrophy Aura. He does a lot of damage. Steven. Kathina initiates with the stun. Steven gets glimpsed back into the kinetic field. Dire's all here. They want to fight this. They put down their sentry. It is unfortunately in range of that tower, so it will die. Wow, that's a lot of hits to kill from the tower, actually. It lives. That must be new. I don't remember it taking that many hits to kill a ward. Either way, Dire's... And they want to end this game now. PA undercover spy with the ult, with the Zeus ult, MMD. There's only one call onto the OD here from Twice. Static Storm gets laid out, but Longoria pops the BKB. He's taking no damage. The nukes drop. Lots of damage into PA. He's going to fall. Down over here, we've got a stun onto Kathina. He's going to get sent back to base. Sorry, wrong person. I meant Puck or someone. Buyback on PA. The tank's looking slightly empty here for the Dire, but they forced out a buyback. They got serious damage on this mid tower, a bunch of ults, and they lost no one. So this is a win. This is a fairly decent win for the Dire. They're going to disengage that push. I got a little lost in the cast there, so I apologize for that. I mixed up a few things. Yeah. The Dire wants to end. They realize that they don't want to take this late game versus a Radiant Spectre, and they want to end. And that is definitely a good start. They just need to get one pick off with the lane pushed out, and they could easily mop up this Rex. The cards are working out in favor here. Because of that buyback, Spectre is not even going to get this SNY anytime soon. Does have the Yasha, though. Puck, working on that. There's that Radiance again. Ah, there we go. We're going to get a Radiance. Unless if it's a Nullifier. It could be a fake out. Nullifier... It's kind of decent this game, actually. Maybe not an Axe, because he's most likely going to already initiate in fights, but it's a decent item here. Let's check out some wards and get some talent trees checked out here. So, the Radiant has two very defensive standard wards. The Dire's getting a little creative on their wards. They have some D wards in here, thinking that the Radiant warded there, but they didn't. They're very standard spots, but they're not standard in terms of where would you be placing them at this point in time in the game. But the Dire actually is the one who's behind in wards. Like, they don't have too many out on the field. 4 in Sand King's inventory. Places one bottom. Little defensive. No one's touched Rosh this game. Let's check out these talent trees here. So we've got the Thunder Strike damage, which actually isn't normal on the Disruptor, who just ran into a bunch of heroes. We're going to see this cast going on here. Nice static storm onto the puck. He's going to fall. Sand King also being caught into that is going to fall. Wait, how Disruptor lived that? Wasn't he the one jumped? I probably should go back if I can. But, either way. Longoria. Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. Disruptor kind of ran in first and got caught out, but I think I saw the twice Blink Dagger being used to save him. And on top of the puck with the Static Storm or Static Field, it's obviously going to do a lot of damage. Speaking about a lot of damage, the Radiant's doing quite a bit of damage to this Underlord here, which is surprising. He's pretty beef tank with his items. Oh, nice. He went Lotus Orb. That's a really good item. Radiant's going to try and rush off this. So this is actually looking a little good for Radiant. They get the 2 pickoffs here at top. They get the Underlord near Rosh. And they're going to try and transition this to Rosh. They're not the fastest at doing it, but they do have Bloodlust. So it makes them faster than normal. Their lanes are all pushed out. This is actually going to be a free Rosh for the Radiant. And this is exactly what the Radiant needed. Couple pickoffs, and there's no towers nearby. So they just transition it to a Rosh. Pia Undercover Spy will pick up the Aegis along with the BKB. This is how important this game is for BKBs. If you see a Spectre buying a BKB, you know it's an important BKB game. Because both teams are magic heavy reliant. Let's check out who has BKBs. We know OD does. He's also got the Sheep now on Longoria. And that's it. They've only got 1 BKB, but this is now 2 on the Radiant. I don't think the supports have them. No. Octarine Core finished on MMD. That's a lot of damage coming out from Zeus if you don't have the magic resist and the BKBs to prevent it. So even though Zeus falls off, like I said, no BKBs, he's not going to be falling off that much. You're still going to be eating all that damage he dishes out. Cathedra has the 4 staff complete. We have the Glimmer Cape completed on Disruptor. Meanwhile, Dances with Trees does have his Atos finish. He was working on that for a while, but he is the hard 5. Going for an Aether Lens next. Wants to make sure that he has the range needed. Gonna have a Scouting out come out from MMD on Zeus. Regen top. Let's check out Talent Trees again. So we've got... Now we have 150 cast range. That's standard. But the Storm one isn't. EXP gain, movement speed, cooldown reduction. Kind of standard there for the Zeus. Ogre Magi will be getting the health and the gold. Very standard. HP regen, stats, HP. So this guy's all about living rather than dishing out damage. Which makes sense. He's pretty much... no. Twice is a frontliner too. You see it with this build. He's definitely prioritizing being beefy and also being able to escape in fights. Down here, we've got a group up. Probably a smoke. We see it on the Sand King. Crap. Not going to use it yet. They need to be careful. Oh, there's a counter smoke from the Radiant. They're going to see them. Bottom. They catch out the... Oh, nice. They get the puck. But here's the counter. The counter gank coming out from Longoria. Beating into twice, but he's got BKB. Not doing too much damage. There's 2 heroes already. 3 heroes gone for the Radiant. And actually, Longoria taking so much damage from this... Spectre over here in the back. Nobody dies on the Radiant. I don't know. It looked good for the Radiant there. They did get the initial jump with the Glimmer Cape on twice, but I didn't think it's going to go that good. In fact, they're going to pick off Steven here. He's caught out of position. Uses the ult. Tries to stay alive. He's so close to getting out. Oh, but the glimpse back from the top, along with the Static Storm. He will pick off the top, but the Static Storm will finish them off. That was one tanky as hell Underlord. 5-man wipe on the Dire. And this is the power of late game here. You just need the right call from the Axe, and the Spectre comes in with the physical damage to mop up kills. That was all played out right, too. OD was in the back. But this is the thing. Puck's died now, I think, 3 fights at the very beginning. He gets caught out, and it's the same kind of combo. Mind you, this time, there was no Static Storm. But usually it's a Static Storm. And if you don't have BKB and you have an item like Lincoln's, you're not living that. Radiance isn't going to keep you alive either. So, I'm really thinking this item build from Puck is starting to hurt them more than he thought it would. Twice, killing spree. 9 kills on him. He's now taken the top ahead of the Underlord. It's still pretty scattered out. The Dire still has most of the tops for KDR. Net worth, though, maybe that'll tell a different story. Yeah, they've fallen off. Underlord and Puck have definitely fallen off. Mostly because Underlord just doesn't scale, and Puck died a lot. If anything, Underlord probably would have been the better hero for Radiance because he's been so tanky and alive in pretty much all the fights. You're going to see the BKB queued up on him. Still no BKB on Puck. Going for the Octarine Core. He's still got the Aether Lens coming out. And then OD. Not sure what items he's going to go now. He's had the same items now for probably 10 minutes, maybe 5. Does have a decent amount of cash. Wants to save for buyback. Speaking of which, we're going to take a look at that. That's going to mean a lot in this next couple minutes. Only 2 buybacks. One on Twice and one on Longoria. Check out those graphs now. We went from almost a 20k advantage on the Dire to now 5k. That's a massive swing here. And if we go to EXP, oh, that's even worse. At least they're still in the lead for gold, but EXP, that is not what you want to see. That's looking like an upside down mountain or something like that. Twice gonna get a pick off on Crap. Agus expanded on PA, so they never even used it. PA's going for that Abyss now. So the tankiness of the BKB, I think, has paid off for him. Mostly, it's not just magic, it's just OD. OD's the one who dishes out their damage, right? He's the carry. And you cut that in half when you buy BKB. 0-2, gonna be working on... There you go. There's gonna be a lot of damage coming out from him now. With the Daedalus. If he's going Daedalus, he must want the attack speed, right? Either way, we got a fight initiating. Puck going on to the Disruptor, but not going to get him with the Glimmer Capes. BKB is expended by all 3 cores on this team. Puck in the backline, though. Gets stunned up. Gets Static Storm. Gets called by Twice. Right into it. Slam dunks. He's out of the picture. Rosh, not quite up yet. But this is now like the... This is like the 3rd fight lost in a row for the Dire, and this is what we call late game territory. We've now hit the 45-minute mark. This is not where you want to be with this draft, that's for sure. They were doing so well too. They, like, all they need to do is get a pick off and, you know, resume killing bottom, but like, look at this map. Map control's gone completely the other way. Refresher Shard getting built on Zeus. This is a very rich Zeus. He went to 200 cast range talent for his level 25. Speaking about levels, let's see who's got the 25 so we can see what they've got. PA goes for the Haunt Illusion damage. So he went all tanky, but then he goes for damage. I mean, he doesn't really need Dispersion now. He's already killing enough people and living. So might as well just go for more damage. The other 25 is Twice. We'll see what he went. He went the Berserker's Call AoE over the Battle Hunger DPS. And the only 25 on this team is OD, who went for the Arcane Orb in Steel. And this I find surprising too. The BKBs are shorter, but there's still BKBs on the table. So when BKB's up, you're not going to be stealing any int. But then at the same time, you're not doing more spell damage if you're not if you're hitting someone with BKB too. So I guess it doesn't matter. You might as well go the Arcane Int or get that damage pumped out when the BKBs are down. And I think that's what Dire wants to do. They're doing a smoke here. I wouldn't call this a desperation because if this works out, they could still transition it from maybe the mid lane into a Rax push. So this is a decent smoke. They're going to jump on PA first, though. He's their tankiest hero. Sheepstick comes out. They're doing quite a bit of damage. PA taking a ton of damage. Lots of ults, but gets the BKB and the Glimmer. He doesn't die. And with that Dispersion, too, the Dire took a lot of damage. They need to get out of here. The ult from MMD also probably contributed to that. They're backing off. So no one died there, but unfortunately, you don't want to be jumping the Spectre first. Theoretically, you do. But you want to be getting the more squishier heroes like Zeus, like Athena, like Disruptor. Rosh getting pinged out from purple here. Very close to finishing on time. So they're obviously keeping track of the time. Gem picked up on Puck now. They're sick of the Glimmer Capes. And that's another thing that I haven't mentioned about Glimmer. for people who are maybe a little newer. Glimmer is not just good for the magic resist, but the invisibility, even if they have detection, it kind of screws up abilities, right? Like casting abilities on people, because it's like a 1 second interruption before you click your dust to get vision on them. And that alone can win you a fight. Alt coming out from PA Undercover Spy. 0-2 getting kind of low, but the stun up from Crap does keep him alive. Top lane getting pushed in. Rosh still not up yet, being scouted out from PA. MMD keeping lane split. He does have the Refresher Shard. So this is kind of a maxed out Zeus here. There's not a whole lot of other items he could go. I mean, you've got the Scepter, you got the Refresh, you got the Octarine. You're going to be just dishing out a lot of Nimbuses and ults. As you see, he just does a casual ult, basically to scout out. How many smokes do we have left for the Dire? I don't know if this works where I could see how many smokes they have. No, it doesn't. It still doesn't show the number count. I hate how it does this. Either way, Glyph and Scans are still both up for both teams. And there's the Rosh time. We got 13 seconds left on this Rosh. The top. They've got all the map control they could ever ask for. And lanes are still pushing in too, so I haven't seen him go an item in a while. We've seen the sheep stick for quite a bit. I'm not sure what this OD could do. That's a good item. Refresher Shard actually might be really good here. Double ult, double sheep stick, double force, double BKB even. I'm thinking Refresher's the item to go here. But he's going to want to save for buyback, so still probably needs to accumulate 3k gold before he could get that. 2 pipes. Interesting. We got 2 pipes. This isn't bad if they're an all magic draft, because you use 1 pipe at the beginning of the fight and then another. But at the same time, you have to think about, are you going to be alive long enough in the fight? Are you actually going to be kiting them to get 2 pipes off? 4 staff blink. Jakiro still working on that Aether Lens. Haven't seen an item from Underlord in a while yet either. He is going for that BKB though. And then that's all their items. On this team, we haven't seen too much of Twice in them. Does get the Shivas. He's actually had that for a bit now. As you can see, getting very close to a heart. He's going to be very tanky with that heart. Double damage. Spawns right when they're doing Rosh. This is funny. There's the smoke, but look at this ult from PA. Going to easily scout this out. They pick it up. Uncontested. Static field placed out. They need to be careful. Twice. They're jumping the tankiest hero, though. This isn't too bad for the Dire. They need to back off, though. That's so much damage coming out from the Zeus, though. OD standing his ground, trying to go at Kathina, but you're going on a Glimmer Cape tanky support. Crap comes in with the ult. Jumps in on the PA Undercover Spy, but is it going to be enough? Twice has a call. No, he doesn't. Silenced up. Gets bursted from the coil from Puck. This isn't too bad. They get the Agus out. A lot of heroes are low, and it only cost them a Jakiro, so it's not that bad. Abilities and items, though, however, for both teams are on cooldown. I'm surprised Underlord didn't die there, unless he bought back. No, he didn't die, so that was the first guy they went on, but he tanked through that shit. And Puck does manage to live this fight. This is not too bad for Dire, other than the cooldowns. Like, they did get rid of the Agus. I think the Radiant knows this. I think they didn't get enough to continue pressuring here. Sand King gonna stun up the top up here. PA also gonna get glimmered by the top. Twice goes in, uses the call. They do get Sand King. Oh no, if he dies here, this isn't good. Gets disrupted or imprisoned from OD. But OD's silenced up here. He uses BKB. Crap, he's gonna die here. That's a little bit of a miss stun there. PA Undercover Spy picks up that kill. Abyss Blaze complete on him, by the way, so he's able to stun up people. A ghetto position with his ult, which he almost has off cooldown. Earned up. And we got the Radiant. They don't have PA, but he does have his ult soon, so they might still continue this push bot. They might fake out a back. The Dire jumps in. The 0-2 blinks in, but it's onto this tanky Glimmer Cape support again. I think they're going to get him this time. Maybe not. Here comes the ult from PA. He ports in. He abysses the Jakiro out of all people. But Twice gets a nice call in the background. Over here, Segregated Longoria is going to pick off the supports now, but the rest of his team is going to be able to get out with that Abyss Underlord ult. They pick off Disruptor, but they lose 2 for it. I think the Radiant's still okay with this. They have so many short cooldowns with this build. Boots of Travel is now level 2, so MMD can port on top of heroes. Twice, 6k gold. Very rich, boys. Very rich. We've seen a new level 25 on to Puck, and it's going to be the Dream Coiled Rapid Fire. I don't know about this. You normally go 420 gold a minute. It's kind of unquestionable. If you had a damage build, I could see you going this, but he is going dataless, but now he's got a sheepstick queued. So are you really going to be outputting as much damage as you think with this Yule sheepstick kind of build? Lincoln's? I'm not sure about this. Twice pops the BKB. They do have the Nimbus, though, so, like, Sand King, there's no way you're going to try and sneak out of this. He gets picked off. Twice gets the dunk. They get the Battle Hunger off of the OD. He's going to BKB TP. But look at the call from Twice. Catches him out. PA comes over here. This is not good. OD does have the sheep, but he's getting chain stunned. Dominating spree for PA Undercover Spy. And buyback on Longoria is going to be absolutely necessary to keep themselves alive in this game. But they're losing map control. They're losing lives. They're losing buybacks. This is at this point it's looking like the Dire's just holding on for dear life here. They're gonna have to throw out a miracle. And not actually, yes, they probably do need a miracle from Liquid in this game right about now to try and win this shit, because I don't even know if Miracle can win this. They're going to get the sheep. Lots of damage, but that is a very tanky hero. Twice, though, walks into the Malice field. Ult from PA. He's going to go in. They're doing a decent job of kiting this, but look at that static storm from the top. Forces in. No follow-up, though. I'm not sure. Twice comes in. He gets the 2-man call. Still no follow-up. They're probably focusing structures. Not sure. Either way, they're going to try and fight this. I don't know. This is looking good for Dire. I mean, that was a nice static storm, but pardon for the voice crack there, but crap, uses the ult onto Kathina. They're going to eviscerate him finally. BKB expended on Longoria. They're going in, uses the hammer. It's tickles, though, for damage. That was a weird fight, because it's like good for the Radiant, but then it was bad, so it was good for the Dire, and then it was bad for the Radiant. Like, it just kept going back and forth. Maybe they could get some pickoffs here. They really need this. Twice is going to get glimmered up. Double stun from crap, though. This is good. Ghost Scepter used. He's going to force out Twice. So, looks like the top is going to pay with his life. A nice little extra pickup the Dire desperately needed there. Technically, that's a hold. That's not a bad hold for the Dire, if you're the Dire here. Decides to opt out of the sheepstick, now going for the damage. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think this is the right call here. Sheepstick would have been nice earlier on Puck, but it's so late into the game, they probably have Lotus Orbs. No, they don't. Either way, you went the rapid fire. When you have Dream Coil, you might as well be getting the damage items. You got a Radiance. Just go it. Just do it. Just do it, Briz. Aether Lens still not completed on Jakiro. His farm has halted since the 35-minute mark. I can't remember. Daedalus complete on Puck now. That's cool. BKB is done on Underlord. I don't know what items this guy's going to want to go. I think he wants to go Sheepstick. I think Sheepstick's the item here for him, specifically. Since Puck's got to go a damage belt. OD went the Moon Shard. Now going for the Lincoln Sphere. That's a decent item here. Lincoln's is a very nice item. And Sand King, his items have kind of halted too. He's actually picking up the wards over the Jakiro. Probably trying to get at least the Aether Lens out on Jakiro. For the Radiant, Disruptor, Force Staff Glimmer does have that Ghost Scepter we just saw back here. To help keep him alive and other people alive. MMD, I'm curious what his build's going to be. He actually goes to Hurricane Pike. That's kind of interesting. I like it. I don't think you see that too often on Zeus. But I don't know what other items you go. He's going Veil. It's kind of just whatever at this point. Sheepstick would be nice. I just like Sheepstick as a late game item. PA is going the butterfly. He went, probably could go heart next. I think that's the last item he could do. He could sell his SNY for something. Could get nullifier is a nice item here. They got a lot of items going on the other team, like on Puck, so nullifier might be the item here for him. Twice has a cheap stick, so there you go. And he's going for the Assault Cuirass next. Did we skip Cathena? We did. We haven't seen Cathena in a while. He's got the Scepter. Aether Lens on him, Veil, so he's kind of pumping out a lot of damage here. PA and Cathena, oh, they smoked? They're just going to cancel it. Everybody's staying kind of close to each other. Lanes are starting to go a little in favor in terms of push for the Radiant. But the Dyers gained some map control. You know, they got some... I don't know how well this ward works unless that they're doing a smoke gank to gank them. But probably wants a bit more defensive wards for the positioning the Radiant has at the moment. What was the Rosh time? He's up. This could also be a thing that the Dyer needs to do. They probably want to wait for the Radiant to be Roshing and then jump them while they're Roshing. They had the right idea last time, and they do have the smoke, but I mean, this Rosh gets done pretty quickly. There's the ult from them. This would be a good time to smoke now. But it's dying too quickly. Puck went back. He has BKB money. He's actually really rich considering he didn't go to the 420 gold talent. But Rosh is expended, so that's something that the Dyer can no longer do on the table. This is looking brutal for the Dyer. Not good. What was a very strong start for the Dyer and a very... I wouldn't say strong, but decent mid-game for them has completely fallen apart in the late game here. Underlord's working on a heart. And it's not that active either. Like, the Radiant's doing a good job at just, you know, going at a slow pace where they slowly get back into this, you know, stalling the game, giving the farm time needed for the Spectre and for the Zeus. With that Refresher Shard on MMD, there's going to be so much magic damage coming out. And we only have, what, 2 BKBs? That's it, 2 BKBs. Someone was building one, though, weren't they, on the Dyer? Either way. Radiant. All lanes pressured in but bottom. Sand King's going to rat out bottom a little bit. Steven throws out the Pit of Malice. Puck's thinking about the BKB. That's who it was. But down here, Twice gets a beautiful two-man call. There's all the damage coming out from MMD. Oh, my goodness. 3 Zeus ults. Look at their HP. They just can't deal with this amount of damage. Underlord even getting super low. Twice misses on the call there. Crap. Nice counter stun to stop them. Cathena might fall here. Glimmer Cape keeps him alive, though. Don't they have a gem? It's on Underlord. Okay. He needs to get close. They're going in. They want to try and do something with Radiant backing off here. Stun from Crap onto PA. Sheepstick onto the Twice in the background. But this static field, it's a 3-man. It's on cores. This is not looking good. Buyback on 0-2, the Puck. Longoria in the backside, getting sheeped up. Can't dish out damage when this happens. 0-2. This is a nice hammer from Longoria. Gonna pick off Cathena. The Agus expended on PA. We shall see what happens. Twice, though, with the beautiful Shiv's call onto 2 cores. Stunned up from Crap. He's going to die. There's no follow-up here for the Radiant, actually. That was a beautiful call, but just no follow-up. They technically don't need Zeus in these fights. He's got 2 globals. Like, it's not like he did everything he needed to. So this is good. This is good for their... Oh, they're even going to get the pickoff on the top. 3 down. Did they get a Rax? They got a ranged. That's actually really good when you think about it for the Dyer. They're fighting an Agus Cheese Refresher Shard lineup. And they're now ahead. And they only got 1 Rax out of that. How many buybacks were expended, though? That's another thing. Crap had to buy back. 0-2 had to buy back. So it wasn't totally free. It did cost them a bit, but it gives them some time. The game didn't end there. What's PA going for now? He still had the same items for a bit. Actually, the Dire's pushing up mid. I think they realized that they can't just keep waiting around for Rush, and they need to try and do something while they have an advantage. PA gonna throw out the ult on Spectre. Probably a scouting one. They know that they're doing this death push, but these are short respawns. I don't know about this. It's a good idea in theory because they got rid of Agus. Did they get rid of Cheese? I'm not even sure. No, they didn't. Twice still had Cheese in his backpack, unless that was a prior Cheese. We'll find out. Sheepstick onto PA. Twice does get a call. OD does deke it though, so there's a lot of damage coming out for PA. He's ripping at attack speed. Is that a moon shard on him? It is a moon shard. That's what he spent his money on. He does a ton of damage. Twice managing to catch out long 2. Or 0-2. And that's another thing. 0-2's Lincoln's doesn't do anything versus Axe. I'm just not seeing this. Hearts on Underlord. He's super tanky, but I think Twice has his now. Nope. No, he does not. Uh-oh. Are they going to be able to catch this Underlord? MMD's trying for this. He used the Nimbus to kind of stun him up. But he doesn't have actual catch potential. So here we go. They lost 2 cores. No buybacks on 0-2 or crap. So it's all up to Steven Longoria and... I haven't seen him too much. Dances with Trees and is finally... He has the Aether Lens picked up on him. To try and do something about this. Glimmerback PA. Whew. Spectre with attack speed. That's a lot of damage when you think about it. Look at this. Chunk, 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 chunk. This is just him, by the way. Now he's got the backup. We got the call onto OD. This is the high priority target here for the Radiant. PA trying to lay into him. He's going to. There's the Static Storm. He's got BKB though, so unless he's got Scepter, which he does not, it's not going to do anything. Kind of a decent hold here from the Dire, but if they lose Steven here, no buyback, not a decent hold. They lose Dances with Trees. He doesn't have buyback. OD is the only person that could save this game. Offensive GG thrown out from PA. But he does say tough game to compensate for that. Glimpse back into the static field. OD tries to imprison himself. What are his items here? Can he get out of this? He does have the Hurricane Pike, but he gets stunned up from Kathina, and that's the end of it. Buys back. 2 on the field. Can they do something? They got the epicenter. Very farmed on the Radiant here. Very farmed on all these heroes. 65 minutes. This is definitely late game territory. I could see why they're having the advantage. They've proven that they could get there with these calls from Twice. And some decent static storms from the top. Here we go. Sheepstick into the epicenter. They're trying to eviscerate this PA. And they will. He has buyback though. He doesn't have ult, but he's going to expend for a Boots of Travels, as we see here. They're going to kill Crab. OD pops the BKB. Call from Twice. Did it actually happen? I think he lost mana. No, it did happen. Kathina. Tanky as heck. 3,000 HP on this support. And the base dies to PA. Nice pub. Another prime example that if you're going to draft the draft, even if you're ahead, that falls off in late game. You want to make sure you're securing that. And they did a good job, but I think the items from the Dire really hurt them here. If they went better items, I think they would have sealed the deal down there in bottom lane on that one Rax push. The only Rax push. Well, they did a Rax push in mid, actually. So, that's not entirely true, technically. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, boys. I'll see you next time. And ladies, if there's any ladies watching.